1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in the race run all, but one receiveth the prize. Let me see if I start a little further up. I'll read on. One received the prize, so run that he might obtain. Part of running, a major part of the race is going to work. Okay? Which is what coming out to the highways and hedges. Cheap places. Everybody's out here. They which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that he might obtain. Everyone that's striving for the master is tempted to follow. Okay? It needs to keep balance. Just like the athlete. When they have a human competition coming up, they have to get a balance. They don't drink no alcohol, they watch their food intake. You see what I'm saying? They're temperate in all things. Well, that's how we have to do. Especially we're in the last hour, man. Right before the Most High sinks the ship you call America, you got to be temperate, you got to be balanced, man. Okay, you got to know the time period you're living in. So these people need it, they don't know. See, I knew that. I got to get new batteries. But, like I was saying, that Jake that got shot down there in Texas, he might have been a TD Jake supporter. We're not shooting the tail for nothing. Because if you're not in the truth, you know, like the scripture said, you're that generation that was created in vain. But let me finish off 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter. I'm going to bring the word out, man. Chapter 9, again. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, which means what? You have no faith. If you run uncertainly, that means you got zero faith. Okay, and what's faith? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Well, what's not seen? America's economy. What's not seen? The kingdom of the Most High. What's not seen? Edomites, Caucasians, born in slavery. That's why India now, 86 is what? It's legalizing Indians. The eastern part of the world, man. They've been affected by what? Esau's philosophy. Which proves that we have the latter end. So I'm saying wickedness is at an all-time high, man. But all glory to the Most High. Those are just false signs showing that we are at the end. And I'm going to do a sit-down on that. That video will probably come out before this one, Lord willing. You see? Those are showcases that we're at the end, man. Okay? Read on. It says, every man that strives for the mastery is tempered in all things. Now they who to obtain incorruptible crown, he an incorruptible. Yeah, he's Africans. That's a corruptible crown. What LeBron James, Durant, Stephen Curry, okay, the Anthony Joshua, okay, Floyd Mayweather's, that's a what? That's a corruptible crown. That's what's going on with this country. Whatever glory they are collected on this side, they're going to what? Perish with it, man. It's a lot of this wind and all this dust. I'm going to battle this game today, man. Alright? It says, I therefore so run, not as a servant, so I fight, not as one that needeth the end. Okay? But I keep under my body, and this is what we all have to do. I keep under my body and bring it into subjection. So all with battle 5 verse 3. This is a game of patience. Because that means what? If you're patient, that means you're willing to endure. But you're willing to suffer. Okay? Romans chapter 5 verse 3. It says, and not only, so the apostle Paul said, this is what you got to practice more and more. Okay? Don't scratch your head, man, when you go through certain things. Okay? It's the will of the Father. Romans 5 and 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience. Okay? Patience brings forth what? Experience. And experience hope or faith. And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of the Most High is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding. That's why the channel is called What Seers Do. We know what's coming to this place, man. We know what Trump is bringing, man. We know bad times is coming to America. Okay? Evil times. We're going to shut this place down. That we at the end, ain't no 5 or 10 more years. You talking like that, you're not in the spirit, man. Okay? If the Eastern world, India, have now legalized that, I could imagine 5 more years from now. We'll probably have a third gender. You know what I'm saying? Morality, there'll be no more, well, there ain't no more, it's like there's no more morality, okay? Or ethics amongst these people anymore. You see what I'm saying? That's not hell in that regard. Once upon a time, the so-called Edomites actually believed in the Bible, man. The majority of people are leaving these religions, because that's not the truth anyway. You see what I'm saying? But even amongst you Jakes, okay, you've been seduced, man. You know what I mean? And the only ones that's up on the hold this thing are the 11 men and the 1/3. See? In Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12. This is not what I wanted, but I'll do it. It said, if a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. So if a ruler is wicked, then all his servants are wicked. So by default, all you people in America, you're wicked. See what I'm saying? Verse 2, though, this is what I wanted. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay? And guess what? You people are going to mourn, man. You're going to mourn, man, in these last days, man. You're going to cry. You're going to bewail. Okay? When Yahawashi start bringing hell on this place. When you read 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, which I'll get that. The troubles that's coming, the perils that's coming. You're going to mourn, man. You're going to cry, man. You're going to look for answers. You're going to search up and down. Okay, looking for the prophets like Yahawashi. But we're not going to be available in that time, man. Okay, the word of the Lord is precious right now. You got to seek the Most High while he may be found. While we out here on the streets. While the word is being published on the internet. This is the time to repent, man. Turn back to the heavenly Father. But we know, like the scripture says, gross darkness has covered the earth and the people. You see what I'm saying? Even if you give them the truth, they still can't see it. That's how I'm going to read this. As a matter of fact, you Jakes, you got no hope for your sins, man. We get John the 15th chapter. Because I'm going to get it on T.D. Jakes, man. He's a major pillar that's going to get chopped down. me get John 15, but that's Yahawashi Yahawashi is doing that. Because he's going to start giving you guys other examples, you false prophets. John 15, verse 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, who you Israelites, they had not had sin, but now they have no glory for their sin. Or was sin transgression of the law? That's another thing that the Christian church don't teach. Okay? That's why it's all kind of lewd sexual behavior in them churches, man. The whole damn choir is a bunch of homosexuals. The pastor himself is a homosexual and a pedophile. That's why Pope Francis is under heavy criticism. They say he knew about all the sexual allegations, but no shit. Everybody knows about the Roman Catholic institution and their sex magic rituals that they do on little kids. Okay, that's says what? Thy teachers are not going to be removed in a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, walk ye the way, this is it. And what is the way? The way is Yahawashi. Because Yahawashi is the only man that can teach me this. His blood has power. Any Israelite don't accept Yahawashi, Yahawah the Most High, the Heavenly Father's mercy and His grace. Okay? Like I said, you other brothers out there, man, you gotta go out there and do the same. See what I'm saying? This is not about just listening, man. It's about doing. Read James 1:22. Of the word and not hearers only, deceiver your own selves. You gotta be a doer. Like the Lord told Ezekiel, let me get Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. You want to get that incorruptible crown, put in the work, man. Because we know this is it, man. Okay? Everything that's happening, the Most High showed you day in and day out prophecies, whether it's small thing or whether it's major. Okay? Like Argentina, they're about to fail what Venezuela's going through. See what I'm saying? That's why you gotta go in this third party views to find out what's going on. See what I'm saying? Let me read on. Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. Moreover, he said unto me, son of man, that thou indeed eat this roll, and so speak unto the house of Israel. So you gotta eat the roll, and you gotta go out and speak. Verse 2. So I opened my mouth, he caused me to eat the roll. He said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, salvation. And he that receiveth a righteous man, and make of a righteous man, shall receive a righteous man reward. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones, the followers of Yahawashi, a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, shall no wise lose his reward. Give a man in the Lord to show favor to all. Show favor to the men of Yahawashi will receive a prophet's reward. Is going to show you favor. Okay? Matter of fact, the scripture also talks about giving alms, man. See, I'm just all over the place today, man, but that's the spirit. Okay? You get that in the book. See what scripture it is? The apocrypha. Let me get the book of Tobit. Tobit chapter 4. This all ties into what? Charity, man. That's another thing, man. If you don't have certain talents, you can just be a help. Give, man. Give to the poor. You know, you can send money to the elders and the apostles, man. You see? You get the book of Tobit chapter 4 verse, see, this is not what I even wanted, but I'm going to get the scriptures, man. Tobit chapter 4 verse 5. My son, be mindful of the Lord our power all the days of thy life. That's what we're doing, alright? And let not thy will be set to sin or break the law, which this is the time of sin, man. Okay, sin is being promoted because this is Babylon, America, man. The place of confusion. Okay, that sinful kingdom that the Heavenly Father is going to destroy off the face of the earth. Alright, let me read on. Or transgress his commandments, do uprightly all thy life long, and follow not the ways of the unrighteous. And that's what we're telling you, Jakes, man. That's what the Bible says to come up out of from my people. You know what I mean? That our ways not destroyed. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. Anyway, it says, for if thou deal truly, thy doing shall prosperously succeed, and all them that live justly. Give alms of thy substance. Give. And when thou givest alms, which is like a free offering, let not thine eye be envious, neither turn thy face from any. Read on. From any poor, and the face of the Most High shall not be turned away from me. And the scripture says to give to the godly man and not the sinner. So you got to be a discerner of spirits as well, man. So I'm saying that there's a balance to that as well. So, for brothers truly poor, give, man. Or if you got brothers in your camp and they need help or something, give, man. Okay? That's another thing, man. Charity, man. That's one of the main things Yahawashi taught his disciples. It's not only faith in the commandments, but the importance of brotherhood, man. Alright? Send money to the elders, man. Well, no pictures, please. Yo, no pictures, man. May the Most High curse you and your seed and your grandchildren, you dirty, stinking cave beasts, man. Alright? Death to you, man. Alright? Some leprous dog, man. Well, you know, you're taking a picture of your future master. Read on, it says, see what I'm saying? Some lice-eating bastard, man, because that's what you were in the caves, man. Alright? The godless heathen, man. You know what I mean? They were eating out of their grandfather's skull, man. Cannibals, man. See what I'm saying? These Edomites love taking pictures, man. I show you, man, they think this is a zoo. But it's all good, though. The scripture says that what? We made a spectacle unto men, a gazing stock. Okay, a form of entertainment. Alright? The scripture tells you there's going to be scoffers in the last days. They got no respect, man. But that's going to stop real soon. They can keep doing that. If you read on, it says, and that's just to throw off the spirit, man. It says, but thou layest up good treasure, be not afraid to give according. Verse 8, but if thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly. If thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little. See that? Matter of fact, I'm going to get a scripture on that too. There's a precept on there we go. I'm going to get a precept on that. Since we on this topic, flowing in the spirit. Give according to that little. So if you have a little, give according to that. It says, but if thou layest up good treasure for thyself against the day of necessity. So if you do that now, the day of necessity in a time of famine, okay? When there's a famine out here in America, when they shut this place down, when the economy crashes, okay? When there's a so-called Starbucks and all these restaurants, you know what I'm saying? And the McDonald's and all that trash. When that gets shut down in the supermarkets, where there's no food going in and out of the cities, the Most High is going to look after you, man. Some way, somehow. You see what I'm saying? Because you laid up treasure against the day of necessity. It says, because the arms do deliver from death and suffer not to come into darkness. For alms is a good gift unto all that give in the sight of the Most High. That's a good gift, man. Alright? So like I said, man, you brothers should be giving as well. If you're not a prophet or a teacher, and even if you're a prophet or a teacher, you're supposed to be charitable anyway. That's a part of our culture. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that law, man. Alright? There's more to this thing than just cursing out the other nations or cursing out Jake. Nah, man. It's supposed to be given as well. I think it's Leviticus 19. Let me see. Yeah, Leviticus, I think it's 19. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 10. Leviticus 19 verse, let's see, I think it's 10. It says, and thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am Yahawashi Yahawashi. That's a law, man. That's in the law to give to the poor, man. Okay? So that whole me spirit, that comes from the so-called white man, the devil. Alright? It's all about me. Nah, man. That's not a part of our culture, man. Alright? And that's what Yahawashi, who you even call Jesus Christ, that's what he was teaching, man. The importance of brotherhood, man. Okay? He said that the greatest love is laying your life down for your brother. That's why there was a precept I wanted to get. The scripture says, even if you have a little, give. Mark chapter 12, verse 40. So there's many different offices in this thing, man. The reason why I'm bringing this out, because we're coming to the latter end. So you got to know your place in this thing. And obviously, if you don't know, you pray to Yahawah, Yahawashi. Where do you fall? Into the grand scheme. Alright? Where do you fall within his body? Yahawashi's body. Mark chapter 12, verse 40. Chapter 12, verse 41. And Jesus, or Yahawashi, sat over against the treasury, and beheld how the people cast money into the treasury, and many that were rich cast in much. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites. I think it's equivalent to 2 dimes, I think. You look it up. Which make a farthing. And he called unto her his disciples, and said unto them, verily I say unto you, that this poor widow, which have cast more in than all they which cast into the treasury. For all did they cast in of their abundance, but she of her one did cast in all that she had, even her living. She put everything that she had in that. See, a lot of people do things just to be seen of me. And that's another thing, man. A lot of dudes teach for envy and strife, man. The scripture talks about being desirous for vainglory. Alright? They do things just to be praised, man. That's what Yahawashi said, when you do things, do it in the Father in secret. That he may reward you openly when you pray or fast. Okay? And when you give, you don't have to announce it to anybody, man. That's between you and Yahawashi Yahawashi. He sees it, man. You see what I'm saying? Yahawashi said she was more sincere. She did it from the heart. Alright? And that's another thing, man. Not everything got to be broadcast, man. Alright? That YouTube thing has made a lot of dudes desires for vainglory. It's all about subscribers and views. The hell with all that, man. Okay, the word is going out regardless, man. So that sister there that gave 2 mics was more sincere. But the point of the matter is, Alms Delivereth from death. The reason why I'm going through these precepts, because the sister said, yo, you want something to drink? And she always asks that. So the Most High is going to show her favor.